Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. A gentleman wrote in and wanted to know why he needed a medium to communicate with his wife and why he couldn't do it himself. Well, you need a medium to communicate with a loved one in spirit if you're not able to do it yourself, but you certainly could learn how to become a medium if you put the time and effort into it. You know, we all have this ability. Every single one of us have this ability, but some of us embrace it and some of us don't. You know, it depends upon, the way you're being raised and what you're taught. A lot of people are taught that it's not good according to certain religions, when really I know and believe that it's a God-given gift that each and every one of us have. But we have to decide whether or not we want to use it. Now, I myself was born with a little higher vibration because I'm a seventh generation in my family, and I'm sure it goes back further than that. And I believe that's so with many mediums. If they trace it back, they can see that it's just followed in the family, and in each generation it becomes stronger. But even if you don't acknowledge that there's any in your family that had this ability before you, that doesn't mean that you can't have or don't have the same ability. Prayer and meditation is the way we communicate, connect with spirit. But I think each and every one of us have had times in our lives without being a medium where you could smell the perfume of a grandmother or smell the cigar smoke from a grandfather, or you lose someone and all of a sudden you see them standing at the foot of the bed, or see them in another room, or you hear them call your name. I mean, we all have this ability, but we have to embrace it and decide we want to do it. You have to do it, like I say, through prayer and meditation, but anyone can learn how to do it. It always, I know I've mentioned this many times before, but it always baffles my mind how in many religions they teach us, Catholicism, for me, to communicate with God and the angels and saints, and they would really pound that into you every day in Catholic school, and we would pray every day and call on God and say our prayers fervently and ask for God's guidance and help, and communicate. They teach you to communicate, and then when you did and you told them you did, they said it was wrong. So it was really not proper teaching as far as I'm concerned. That's why I follow two religions, because I will always love and follow my Roman Catholic roots, but I will also always follow spiritualism, because spiritualism teaches exactly what I do. And as far as I'm concerned, they do what the Catholics teach to do, what the Catholic Church teaches you to do, spiritualism does. So actually spiritualists follow Catholicism more than the Catholics do. So it's very confusing to me. So I just embrace God, love God, and know that this is a God-given gift. I love it, I appreciate it, and I'm going to always do it, or try to do it in a way that's pleasing to God. I'm going to, embrace the gift and use it accordingly. And that's by comforting people, especially, like I say, parents who have lost children. To me, there's no greater gift that I can give someone than proving to them through evidential mediumship, that their child is alive and well and living a very spiritual, healthy life in a spiritual sense on the other side. So anyone can have this ability. You can have this ability, but you can't just one day wake up and say, you know what, I think I'm going to be a medium. Okay, come on in, whoever you want to call from the other side. It doesn't work like that. When people say to me, how long does it take to become a medium? I'll say to them, well, some people, maybe it'll take a year and a half of going to classes and weekly meetups, or spirit circles, or whatever, praying and meditating every day. Maybe if you do this fervently, you want it passionately, it depends on how much time and effort you put into it. So some can do it in a year and a half. Others, it can take 5 years or longer. It all depends on how much work you want to put into it and how passionate you are about it. But it is a God-given gift, and you do have the ability to do this if you want to do it. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, and as always, I leave you in God's love and light.